welcome back. It's your girl Jazz, and today I am trying the new limited edition summer laced potato chips. We have wavy jerk chicken. I don't remember these off the top of my head. We got summer BLT and chili mango flavored chips. I'm only excited about one flavor, I will say that much, because I'm not a huge fan of the chili on mangoes. I can't do that. I want either sweet or spicy. I don't want both, especially when it comes to mangoes. And I do not like tomatoes at all. They creep me out. The texture, ugh. So I'm kind of wary on that one. But we're gonna go ahead and try these out. So I'm gonna go from possibly my least favorite to what I think I might like. So we're gonna go ahead and knock out the BLT. Just because who eats tomatoes? There's too many weirdos out there that like them. Just kidding. It's just not my thing. Now some fried green tomatoes, that's a whole other ball game, or some salsa. Now cooked tomatoes is a whole different ball game as well. I just don't like them raw unless, of course, it's in salsa. But there's got to be an exception to every rule. Okay, I opened the bag and legitimately I smelled BLT and the mayo. If I was blindfolded and somebody asked me, what does this smell like? I'd be like, I smell the mayo, I smell the tomatoes, and definitely the bacon. I don't think lettuce really has too much of a smell, so if you were able to smell that, that'd just be weird. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and try this out. Now keep in mind, guys, these are only for a limited time. I had an extremely hard time finding chili mango and the summer BLT. Had a hop couple of stores to be able to finally find it, but yeah, finally we're here. Initially, for some reason, I have a really strong flavor of mayo. But I'd say more of the Miracle Whip rather than actual mayo, because if you like either one of those, if you're a mayo person versus a Cool Whip or vice versa, you know exactly what I'm talking about on the difference in flavors. For those that don't eat neither one of those, y'all are probably like, what? There's a difference? Yes, there's a difference. I grew up on Miracle Whip, not mayo. I do taste a hint of tomato and bacon mixed in there too as well. Ladies, interestingly enough, did a very good job with these chips. If you are a BLT lover, you're probably gonna love these. Now, the reason I can tolerate this, because I don't have the texture of the tomatoes. It's just that gooey, the mushiness of it. And yes, every time I see a tomato, that's pretty much what I do. So I can really do these. For regular sandwich, I could definitely eat these chips. So this is what it looks like. I guess the greenish is supposed to be for the lettuce. And that's pretty much the only colors that I see for the most part. I do see hints of red. Reddish brownish, so I'm not sure if that's gonna be tomatoes or bacon on there. Interesting enough, good job. Once again, as much as I'm like anti-tomatoes, I wouldn't mind getting a bag, you know, having a good sandwich and having these chips as a side. So we tried that, the BLT. Not bad. Questioning about, oh, before I forget, nutritional facts for the BLT. Give you a second to look at those. Yeah, not feeling it. I definitely smell more of the chili versus the mango. So right off the bat, that's kind of just like I'm mentally checking out as far as whether I'm going to like it or not. It's just, but again, nutritional facts right here. So you check those out. Well, I begrudgingly Yes, I used my $5 word for the day to try these chips. So again, you can see all the flavors there, and really, really, really strongly smell the chili powder. These aren't too bad, considering 90% of the flavor that I taste is the chili. It has a slight... I know I've got a short attention span, and I'm going to finish that sentence in just a second. But to me, these little chunks of mango that's supposed to be down here really just kind of looks like chunks of cheese. Maybe that's just me. Alright, now back to the flavors. For the most part, all I do to taste is the spices, the chili of it. There is a slight hint of sweetness to it. I wouldn't exactly identify it as mango per se, but in general, these aren't too bad. I was thinking that the sweetness would be more, I guess, pronounced versus such in the background. But it does say chili mango, not mango with chili. Because to me, the order that you put the words in defines the flavor. So if you have the chili first, that's gonna be the stronger flavor versus the mango, or vice versa. Just my 2 cents, my opinion, my panel. Okay, that one had way too much chili on it. I try to eat a few chips so that way I can give, a fair shot versus just that one chip having, boatload of seasoning versus, the next chip barely having anything to kind of balance it out. These are okay. Surprisingly enough, I still like the BLT more than the chili. But the chili really isn't too bad. The chili mango. Like I said, I was thinking that the mango would be a little bit more pronounced in it. It's not. It's definitely more chili. Don't ask me why I keep stuffing chips in my mouth, knowing the fact that I cleanse it for the next one. But you just kind of get that. Maybe that next chip might be a little bit different. The more that you do eat, you do have more of that strong sweetness to it, but it's still overpowered by the chili. Alright guys, we got now the wavy jerk chicken. 2 things about this. One, I like the fact that it's a different texture than the other 2, which I think is kind of ironic. It'd be interesting to have each flavor a different texture, maybe a little bit thicker of a chip versus... Like, I think the BLT would have been better having maybe a thicker chip with it. I'm thinking about the bacon. Whenever you think bacon, think of that thick, crispy piece. So I think that would be fitting for the BLT. The mango is usually softer, so, the texture for the chili mango would probably be about the same. Now with jerk chicken, I'm not sure if it's going to be like some marinades that I have where it's sweeter, or if it's going to be like authentic jerk chicken, quote unquote authentic jerk chicken where it is more spicy. Because I've had both, where it was really, really sweet and I liked it, and I've had it really, really spicy, which it wasn't bad either. But of course, sweet tooth here, prefer the sweetness. This does say traditional spicy, sweet and smoked jerk flavors, so we're gonna see. Did I look at anything else on these bags? For the BLT, it's a summertime picnic classic in chip form. Lettuce and tomato flavor wrapped in bacon goodness. As far as the chili mango, get tropical this summer. The fruity flavor mango, combined with spice and tang of chili peppers, makes for a tropical treat. Alright, before we jump into the jerk chicken, the nutritional facts here. Bring a little island flavor to your backyard. There's traditional spice, sweet, and smoked jerky flavor in every bag. And yes, that was my Jamaican accent. Don't judge me. Alright, let's try this out. I do smell some sweetness to this. Devin has more of a sweet jerk smell. We're gonna see about the taste. It does have a chicken smell to it, which is interesting. All right, jerky. So I'll lean it more towards the spicier jerk chicken versus the sweet. It does smell sweet, but as far as the taste goes, it's more on the spicy side, but I wouldn't say it's super spicy by any means. It has a very tiny kick, but there's no heat to it. It's just more of a spice rather than heat. Because I know when I say when somebody says something spicy, they can either refer to it actually having too many spices, as in spicy, or it being spicy as in hot. I think I'm rating these. I'm gonna go Summer BLT, very surprising, I know. Followed by the wavy jerk chicken. The chili mango is last. Now, all three of these are not the worst flavor possible. Like I kind of built up in my head mentally. Because like I said, with the BLT, you throw in the word tomatoes and it's pretty much, nope, not trying it mentality. But it's actually one of my favorites, especially with the good hearty sandwich. Now, if you do a cold sandwich, to me, it would probably be better versus a warm sandwich. Just my personal opinion. Now, you can do probably like toasted bread, but I mean, you do have lettuce and tomatoes in it, so okay. Jerk chicken's about kicking my butt right about now because the spice is getting caught right here. Okay, now I can talk. I can see kind of a not necessarily a cold sandwich, but like a cold sandwich, but not even like a super hot sandwich either, because you do have the lettuce and the tomatoes, which are kind of going to kind of cool down the sandwich to a degree. Not like physically, but you know, taste wise. The jerk chicken, the more, especially if you eat, you know, a couple of chips at a time, I can see it kind of, the spice kind of catching up to you a little bit. But if you're eating it one at a time with a sandwich, not bad. Yep, Summer BLT, wavy jerk chicken, and the chili mango is eh. Luckily, I would not say that this one has a lot of spice in that bottom. Ooh, I did not like that one. I did not like that chip. It was too much sweet with that mango. The mango was, yeah, too strong. And it's just weird. Because when I think of mango, I think of that juicy, whenever you bite into that juicy mess, whenever you're eating a mango. You can say hi to your fans out there? How much did you get? Sorry, guys. I'm not sure how well he shows up on camera. Yeah, he's right here in the corner. He knows whenever I'm recording, he goes sits in his corner. Like he's grounded. But that chip that I just had, it was way too much sweetness. And it was dry, so with that, it kind of mentally messed me up a little bit, because when I think of mangoes, I think of that juiciness, that mess. If you're a huge mango consumer, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That, you know, just dripping mess. So that's another reason why it kind of threw me off. And just the chili and the mangoes don't mix, in my opinion. But yes, overall, Lay's did a pretty good job. The flavors do, for the most part, match the flavor that they're presented on the bag, with the exception of the chili mango. It's kind of a hit and miss on the chips. So like I said, one chip I had more chili on it. That last chip I just had, which I really regret right about now, had way too much sweetness. Actually, too much seasoning in general, because it had more of that mango, and then you have that chili on top of it. And yeah, part of the reason why it's my least favorite. All right, guys, if you have any other questions, I'll be more than happy to answer. If you've tried these, what's your favorite flavor? And if you want to see me review anything, please let me know, and I'll add it to the list. In the meantime, stay tuned and stay jazzy. Thanks for watching, guys.